everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie and I do plan with me videos in my Erin Condren hourly planner. Two things I want to kind of start off with. First of all, sorry about the appearance of my mismatched nails. I did, occasionally I'll do like press-on nails, and I was trying to get them off, and if you've never used press-on nails before, whenever they're glued, you're supposed to like soak them in warm soapy water, and sometimes that works really well and they just pop right off, and then other times they do not want to come off. So I'm just waiting a few more days before I try again. You obviously do not want to try too hard because that could really damage your nail. I have done that before. I've used press-on nails on and off for probably since 2018. Anyway, so that is why my nails look like garbage right now. Mismatched garbage. Anyway, this is real life. Okay. Second of all, you may or may not have noticed that I did not post or upload a plan with me video for the previous week. That is because, whenever I film, I save my videos on an external hard drive. For space issues, I do have an iMac, but I like to save as much as I can on an external hard drive. And after I filmed it and saved it, I went to go edit it, and my external hard drive no longer works for whatever reason. So that footage was lost. But here's a quick peek at what I did plan. So yeah. That was kit, let's see, what kit was that? This is kit 742. So mini kit 742. That is what I used to plan this previous week. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And of course there is a cat hair stuck to my planner. Okay, so yeah, moving on, we are going to be planning, in today's plan with me, we are going to be planning the month of October. We are already at October almost. It is Friday the 26th, the day that I'm filming this. It is the 11-year wedding anniversary of me and my husband. So I'm just going to film this, and then the kids are staying the night at grandparents' house, so we can actually have a date night. But let's move into the October plan with me. For this plan with me, I will be using the PlannerKate monthly kit of, it is 746. It is the October kit. I always love using the festive holiday themed kits in my monthly for the Burr months. So like, I know there's not really like a holiday kit for September, but like October, November, December, love using the holiday themed kits. So let's get started. All right, so let's go to the most awkward part for myself, which is putting this sticker down. No matter how many times I do it, I always mess up. So, oh boy, let's see. No. We're gonna get it, guys. We're gonna get it. Come on. Oh my God, did I get it on the first try? Look at that. That's on the first try, you guys. I'm very proud of myself right now. Let's see if I can do it on the first try on this side. No speaking so I can concentrate. Oh no, that one's going down crooked. Okay, yep, I got too cocky. That's not good. That's not good. All right, That's as good as it's gonna get. We're gonna call that good and be on our way. Okay. I do think I'm going to continue on and do the Monday start and block off the weekends. So I think each month I do that, I'm getting more and more used to it. So I'm going to continue on with that. Tweezers are up here. I am going to speed through this. So yeah, I will be back in just a second. Okay, we are back, and I think next I'm going to add in the holidays before I forget. So Indigenous Peoples Day is on the 13th. And then Halloween, of course, is on the 31st. One of my favorite holidays. All right. Let's see, what do we want to do next? Oh, I did want to point out that I did also pull aside this Happy Halloween sticker book. It's Happy Halloween Volume 2 by KellofaPlan, because I thought it would be really fun to add in a few decorative elements, but I think I'm going to do that when I'm done planning out the actual events and things for this month, because now that we are getting into fall, we are getting into busier months. So I want to put all of those important things down first, and then I will add deco later. Okay, so first things first, I try to go in order. First things first is my daughter does have the Imagination Lab at her school on the 1st. So let's use this guy. And I like to mark that because she has to walk across the street. And so obviously I need to pay attention to the weather and see how I need to dress her. Sometimes they take a bus if it's like really, really, really like dangerously cold, but we haven't gotten to those months yet. So she will be walking to the Imagination Lab during school. All right, next we are entering into basketball season for my daughter. Her very first practice is is September 30th. So this coming Tuesday. So her next practice after that is the 2nd. So I'm going to write that down. Actually, it's not even a practice. It's a skills clinic. They have weekly practices, and then every other week they get all of the girls together. Like they get every single team together and do skills organization. Like they do like skills, and they teach them certain things. So this is a recreational league. So it's basically learning for the most part. But yeah, so there's skills clinic, and then there's practices, and on the 2nd they are having skills clinic. And then I do have basketball icons. I'm going to actually get those out now before I forget. Because I know myself and I know that I'm going to be like, I'll put those in at the end, and then chances are I will end up forgetting to put them in. So I'm just going to take the whole sheet out now and have it staring right here at my desk so that I don't forget. Okay. Next, let's see, the 5th. So in my area, there's a few in the Midwest, but anyway, in my area, there is a ginormous kids consignment sale called Here We Grow Again. And when I'm talking huge, I mean like hundreds of thousands of items needed to raise a child. Like clothes, not just clothes, toys, clothes, baby furniture, baby swings, like it's just anything that you can imagine. They hold it twice a year, in the spring and in the fall. And basically I volunteer. Not only do I put my own things in the consignment sale, not only am I a consigner, but I also volunteer, because all volunteers get to shop early and we also get discounts. So I have been volunteering with this sale since before my daughter was born. I think the first time I volunteered, I was pregnant with her. So she's 8.5 right now. So I have been doing this sale for quite some time. But anyway, the sale starts on the 8th. It's from the 8th through the 11th. And I am doing some volunteer shifts. And I'll also be shopping. So I'm going to put those down. I am volunteering. Actually, no, I am checking in. I have to drop off my items on the 5th. So I'm going to write that down. I'm just going to write check-in, and then I'm going to I'm not going to worry about putting the time until I'm in my weekly. If you hear banging around in the background, my husband is doing something in another room. So just an FYI. Okay, moving along, the 7th, my daughter has practice, an actual basketball practice. So that is at 6 p.m. Moving along to the 8th, that is my first volunteer shift. So I'm going to write that down, and that will be from 6 to 9 p.m. I'm actually going to write that down as far as the time goes. So and actually, before I do that, I'm going to put down some washi to mark when the sale is. So I said through the 8th through the 11th. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I like to mark consecutive days of things like that. And I will put that right there. And then through the 11th. Okay. I am also going to mark Here We Grow Again. I don't like the way that looks. just going to mark it like that. Okay, the 10th. My kids' fall break is, they do go, if you're new here, they do go to 2 different school districts just for this year. Long story. But thankfully, their breaks, for the most part, fall on the same weeks. With the exception of my son actually has his fall break is his first day of fall break is on the 10th. So he will be out of school on the 10th, and then they will both be out of school the 13th through the 17th. So I do need to mark no school for my son Jack. And I know I have tons of no school scripts. So I'm just going to, I'm going to go ahead and grab another one while we're at it. No school for Jack. So he will be off on the 10th. And then I'm just going to go ahead and mark fall break. Do I want to do that? Because my daughter and I will actually be, you know what? No, I have a different idea. Scratch that, ignore me. Okay, I'm going to do something else. Let's just move along. Okay, so the 11th is my next volunteer shift with the sale. The last day of the sale is the 11th. However, I will be volunteering in the evening from 8 to 11 p.m. to kind of tear down the sale, tear down all the racks, gather everything that didn't get sold, and kind of bunch it up into sellers, basically. So I need to write that down. Now that I think about it, I don't think I'm going to use this. I don't want to, because I have a better idea. Okay, moving along. Before I put down anything regarding fall break, I do want to mark off what I will be using this washi for. That's garbage. My daughter and I are going to Disney. We are planning on getting there on the 15th and coming back on the 20th. Yes, technically she will be back to school from fall break on the 20th. However, it's okay if she just misses a day. So that, and the reason why I chose those dates is because I am basing our vacation around the cheapest flights that I can find. So that is why we are coming back on the 20th and not before she goes back to school. Missing one day of school for vacation is not going to hurt her. And I know that people might have a lot of opinions about that, but you know what? I am the parent of this child, so I know what's best. Okay. And then I will use this washi. You can't even see that. That is when we will be coming back. And I do have airplane icons, which I will add those in a little bit. Now, as far as fall break goes, let's see. before we do that, hold on. Okay, what I think I'm going to do to mark off us being at Disney, I think I'm going to take a full box from the kit. Sometimes I do that if I'm needing something a little bit extra. I'll take it from the weekly kit, and I'm okay with that. So let's do this. We're gonna try this one. And we are going to write okay, I changed my mind. I do want to use something from this kit, but not the full box. And I just bumped you guys. I'm a little all over the place today. I think I want to use one of these flags instead. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to use this instead, and we are going to put it down here. Okay, now as far as fall break goes, I kind of want to do something different and fun. So I think I want to use some of these to spell out fall break. So let's give that a try. Okay, I am definitely speeding through that because you guys probably saw me struggle with some of those stickers. So again, those are from the KellofaPlan Happy Halloween Volume 2. And if you want another quick peek at this sticker book, I honestly have no idea if it's still available, but I will link her shop down below. Super, super cute sticker book. So yeah, and I will probably still reach for this again when I go to do some deco later on. Okay, let's move on. Okay, moving on to the 21st, my daughter has basketball practice, and that will be at 6 p.m. on the 21st. Looks like we're all out of the orange color, so we are going to move on to the blank ones. And then skipping along to the 23rd, she also has a skills clinic at 6 p.m. as well as another follow-up doctor's appointment. So skills clinic at 6 p.m. and then doctor's appointment, a follow-up. I'm going to actually move that up just a little bit to make room for the cute little icons. Nope. Okay. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and grab the doctor's stethoscope from this kit because I know I won't be needing it the week that I actually use this kit. All right, next I think we have the 25th, which is her first basketball game. So we are going to put that on this sticker. So her game is at 10:30 in the morning. I'm gonna squeeze that on there. The 25th. I'm gonna put it up here actually. And then of course grab a basketball icon. And then the 28th, let's see, what do we have on the 28th? She has a practice again. So since I am all out of the, what do you call them? The time labels. Let's see if I can find one in my stash somewhere. There's these, but let's see if we have anything else. There we go, right there. Perfect. So 6 p.m. practice. And then on the 29th, I am actually scheduled to get a tattoo. And I'm very excited about it. Hopefully I can keep the appointment. It's been rescheduled a couple of times, so it's a big one. And that will be at 11 a.m. All right. That is it as far as like life plans. I do want to go back in and put in some very important things in the Swiftie world. You may or may not have heard, but Taylor's coming out with a new album on Friday, October 3rd. So I'm going to mark that. Of course I'm going to mark it in my planner. I mean, duh. Okay. I'm just going to abbreviate it because it is a long title. It is The Life of a Showgirl, if you are unaware. And that comes out really at midnight on Thursday, but so like the start of Friday. So I will be up all night listening to that. And then Saturday, they are also doing kind of like a movie release party for the album in theaters. And I got tickets for that. Of course I did. And I am actually going to go on Saturday because I wanted my daughter to come with us. It's me, my sister, and my daughter. And I wanted my daughter to be there. So instead of going like Friday night when it's, or all day Friday basically, when it's probably going to be super busy. I mean, it's going to be busy no matter what day we choose to go, because it's really only in theaters from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But anyway, I chose Saturday because I want my daughter to go, and we're going in the afternoon. So I have to mark that in my planner. I don't know what kind of sticker I want to use to mark that. Obviously I want it to be something different and fun. Well, it doesn't have to be fun, but let's see what we have. What can we work with here? This is a different kind of orange, so I don't really want to use these. I don't think I have any more black ones. I could use like a dark gray. I might have to settle for that. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't feel like digging through my stash for something else. So we're just going to use this. This will work. I put release party, but even though it's at, like, you know, the movie theaters, it's still a party. I mean, it's Swifties. Come on. Anytime we get together, it's a freaking party. So, moving along with the Taylor Swift theme, she is also going to be on Jimmy Fallon on the 6th. And yes, of course, I'm putting that on my planner. So, let's do that. Okay, now that all of that fun stuff is in, let's do our paydays and any deco that I feel like putting down. All right, so let's do paydays. I know I have some payday scripts. Right here. So I'm going to need 5 of them. 1, 2. All right. I get paid on the 2nd. My husband will get paid on the 8th. And then I will get paid on the 16th. Actually, I'm going to scoot that guy over. Yeah, hold on. 22nd, and then the 30th. I'm going to scoot this guy over. Okay. It's a little busy right there, but that's okay. Paydays are in. Let's do some fun deco. We're going to do some fun deco before I end this plan with me. I love these sticker quotes. Those are so fun. Let's see what else we can use. These kind of match. The orange in the PlannerKate kit is a little bit softer, but I still think these look pretty good, so I might use some of those. What else we got? Those are fun. Those are a little bit more cartoonish, which is not a bad thing. And then we also have those. Those are fun too. So we've got some good options. The ghost is so cute. Okay. There's so many cute options. Okay. Let's do, I like this, witches be crazy. I'm just going to put the Happy Halloween down here next to the Halloween day, or the 31st, but I also want to layer it with one of these. So let's see. I really like this one. We're going to go with this one. think I'm going to do some sticker surgery and cut it off at the bottom. Oh, that goes over the number, but that's okay. We can still see it. And then I'm going to cut that off. Oh, of course, my daughter took my scissors. I will be right back. So my daughter is starting to learn how to crochet. She's starting to get into crocheting, and I have been crocheting for probably 15 or 16 years, but don't let that fool you. I'm not that great at it. A lot of my, basically the only thing I know how to do is like blankets and scarves. And even at that, my blankets come out like uneven, like they're not symmetrical at all, and it bothers me. Anyway, so I've been trying to teach her what I do know when it comes to crocheting, and she's starting to get into it. But anyway, that's why she had my scissors in her room because she has been crocheting. Let's do this. Okay, so that is off of there. Okay, what else do we want to do as far as deco goes? Let's see. I do want to add something along here for fall break. So let's see what we got. Look at that cute little ghost. She's so cute with her bow. Let's do one of these. One thing I do not like about these types of sticker books is they always like fold in on you, like they close when you're trying to use them. And I get really annoyed with that. We're just going to put some random fun things. I don't want to do anything like too big. This eyeball might be fun. And let's do this guy right here. And this treat bag. Okay. Again, like I said, I don't want to do like too much, but just some fun little deco stuff. Okay, that's not bad. So I want to put something right there and maybe something small right there. So, is there like a smaller quote? Just a little baddie. This boo is super, super cute. Ooh, so is that one. What are the color ones like? Yeah, see, these colors don't match the kit, so that's why we're just gonna, oh, yeah, that's where we're just gonna stick with black. Let's do, I'm gonna do this guy. No, yeah, we're gonna do this guy. This is what happens when I do deco stickers. I get a little indecisive and I go back and forth in my mind a lot because I think it's because I want it to look really, really cute and aesthetically pleasing. So in doing that like on camera when I'm being filmed is a little, I don't want to say intimidating, but it kind of puts me like on the spot a little bit. And I'm like, So whereas with like my PlannerKate weekly kits, those are like strictly, I keep those strictly functional. And yeah, let's do a pumpkin. We're gonna do that pumpkin right there. But yeah, with my PlannerKate kits, I keep those as functional as I can. Not because I don't like deco type stickers, but it just, I overthink it. I think that's all I'm gonna do. So yeah, that is my October. It's looking a little busy right around here, but that's okay. I still really like it, and I'm so excited. October is my favorite month of the whole year, mainly because of the vibes, and I love Halloween, and I love all things like witchy, spooky things. It is just my absolute favorite. Even over my birthday month. My birthday month is in November, and October just is the best month of the year for me personally. Okay, so if you liked this kind of chaotic plan with me, please leave a like. If you watched it to the very end, thank you so much. If you did watch it to the very end, let me know by leaving a pumpkin emoji down below. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm just under 200 currently. So I am grateful and thankful for every single person that is already subscribed. Thank you so much. And again, if you like this video, please give it a like, and I will see you in my next Plan With Me. Bye, everyone.